Hello and welcome back to episode 6 of my vanilla Let's Play on Space Engineers. Since I started this game, like since episode 1, I've been saying I am going to get off of this planet because I don't like Pertam. Well, now I'm working on that very thing. Going to build a bare bones large craft to get me off of this planet and allow me to start building things in space on my way to one of these other worlds that I can see out here that's, you know, not this one. I don't like Pertam. The base itself has expanded a bit in between episodes. Went ahead and moved things around over here. Plenty of cargo space. Now, once I've got this ship built, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to be cannibalizing the space or leaving it here. Because I might just keep this particular game around as a vanilla series, just keep working on over time. I don't know. Still trying to make all of these decisions. I do know once the next update comes out, I'm actually going to be doing Season 2 of my Keeping It Real series. I have had a few people asking me about that. And since I've found out the next update is going to be survival stuff and going to be adding in food and water and stuff and farming into the base game, the sun's coming up soon. That's actually a chunk of my mods not required for the next season. Do I want another large cargo on there, or should that be enough? Don't know. But on the sides here, I'm going to put a couple of refineries, basic refineries. I think that will be useful. I'm also going to put a basic assembler on here somewhere. Probably a bit further forward. Hopefully I have enough materials to make this, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to build the whole thing in today's episode, but I can at least get it started. So let's put one there, one there. Actually, I might be able to get it built and then just have to wait for hydrogen and go back and forth in my little cargo truck to pick up more ice to be able to get this full. I don't even know how much ice I have on board the station right now. Let me get over here. I can probably look through here and find out. Yeah, I've got a nice chunk of ice. And this tank on here is almost 4% full. So yeah, because I'm using that large hydrogen tank, it's going to take a while to get it full. I also kind of want to make sure that this ship is taking off as light as possible. I do have the large cargo container, but I kind of want to keep that empty and just do all of my mining and stuff in space. But let's see. We've got the refineries, we've got tank and large cargo container. I'm going to need some kind of cockpit on there that will hopefully have a connection that matches up on this front here, which definitely not that one. This connects on the top, so I could like move that down. And those are my options. Okay, so I need a conveyor. Let's just go ahead and go with that. And I want a large industrial cockpit. So get to work on all that. There we go. So we've got daytime now. I can get in here and turn off all of those lights. Oh, it's still missing a few things. Okay, that's cockpit parts that are missing. That is fine. So if I put this conveyor here, that will allow me to drop the cockpit underneath here and have that nice and connected. Okay. So I'm still going to need some gyroscopes on here. Hopefully 2 will work. So let's just put these right here with the pad facing forward. Yep, that's going to take a bit. Large blocks are expensive. But anyway, once I get those on there, this little craft is actually almost complete, isn't it? I'm not going to have any downward thrust in this current build, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Probably more conveyors placed out in a few places. I had already started working on this one, so let's continue working that. So many parts. Okay, jump in here to recharge my H2. Now, it is dawning on me that I might be able to put at least a drill on the front here. One of my dogs is having a dream and growling for some random reason. Guess he's chasing virtual rabbits. So let's see. Got the gyroscopes. I'm going to need that again. Got the cockpits, got the refinery. Let's get the basic assembler put together up there. I want to be able to start up a small base in space to be able to build up a better ship to go to another planet. Because it's just far easier to build a large ship in space than it is on the planet's surface. Yeah, let's put one of those windows facing forward, I think. I like that. And there we go. So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 conveyors, let's just go ahead and get that off of there and move it back. These should allow me to get proper thrust on that. At least I hope it does. Not entirely sure if this is the best way to lay out a bunch of small cargo containers. They're all piped in from the middle there. I guess I better recharge myself first. I got one there, there, and there. And these should allow me forward, up and down, side to side thrust. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make that jump. Minecraft parkour does not work in Space Engineers. All right. So I'm going to do a nice big thruster on the rear here. Whoops. Why is it wanting to do things that way? Spin. There you go. No steel plate. Steel plate would be helpful. I don't have any steel plate made right now. Figures. So let's just go ahead and queue up in the actual main 100 steel plates. Now I will be able to get these put in. And for braking thrust, just a couple of stopping points. Like I said, I'm probably going to put a drill on the front there. Definitely going to need down thrust here. This is another one of the reasons that I want this to be
fuel low.
Small and empty. Is this is not a whole lot of down thrust for a large grid vessel. Let's see. Go ahead and get that up thrust put on as well. And the side to sides. Which, fortunately, the large thruster has some side ports I can use there for that. All right. So this is definitely on the way. Let's get the big one built first. Note, I still don't have any batteries on there at all. We'll get there. I also don't have any kind of respawn area. I should probably put a survival kit on there. Somewhere? Well, I do still have the top available. And I'm not using that for thrust, so I can probably put a little survival kit up here. Give myself a way to respawn. Don't know why I'm running all the way over there. I'm sure I have some entrance in here. I guess not. So, closest would be right here then. That's not completely blocked off. And that's just missing 6 large steel tubes. There we go. Large hydrogen thruster. Almost complete. Come on. There we go. Complete. So let's grab these 4 down thrusts. That should be nice and fun. It doesn't want to give me a good angle from here, so let's jump in this seat. That should probably give me a better angle. Whoop. Oh, last episode I had also said that sabroids appear to only show up at night. That was very wrong. Like right after I was done with that recording and doing some work on the base and everything in between episodes, I got hit by sabroids. Like at noon. So yeah, sabroids can just randomly show up whenever they decide to. So there's one of them put together. If I didn't have this all connected here, I would be able to reach. Wait, what? Why didn't you give me parts? I ran all the way over here and you didn't give me parts. So there's those two more, and then I can weld those up. Oh yay, more weather. Just like I wanted. There we go, all of that was drawn successfully. Whoop. There's a hole there. This is probably going to burn my landing pad when I take off from over here. These are pretty low. And I think they burn for 3 block lengths. And yeah, they are definitely not 3 away. Get these 2 welded up all the way. Let's see. That leaves 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more of the small thrusters to get done. So I think I will actually lay off of those for right now. I need to get another conveyor block for the roof. And I need a survival kit and a couple batteries up there. Because I don't want to die in space and lose everything. Now, I did get additional silver, so I should have enough for that. Yep, there we go. So let's just come up here. And put that on right there. Alright, so a couple of batteries would do good. 2 should be all I need. I will figure it out though. Let's see, let's put 1 battery there, 1 battery there. And then if I get back inside the cockpit here, I can put both of those batteries on recharge. Don't want to waste them. See, I'm flying all the way back there now. I don't need to do that. I can just come right here and do it that way. Much easier. If I don't get stuck in a hole. Yeah, getting stuck in a hole is pretty easy to do. It's not giving me those last few plates for some reason. And now it should have given me those last few plates. Yeah, there we go. Get these batteries put together. And then it's just the rest of those thrusters. And beyond that, waiting for this tank to fill. I could put another O2H2 generator here. And you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's give it a nice O2H2. Ouch. Let's just run over here and heal myself up since I'm banging myself around on everything. It was threatening storms and then it never got around to them. Let's see. Yeah, I want the 2 extra on this side. I might find use for those conveyor slots. All right. Okay, so like I said, this is gonna take a good bit to get all of this welded together and get that tank filled up. What's the tank at now at this point? Yeah, not doing very good. If I hit stockpile though, I'll actually drain this tank. But that's not going to hold much. Lab hydrogen tank. Yeah, it's already less than 50% and only gave a couple percent to this big tank. I could also put an O2 tank on here somewhere. I will consider that. I could probably put it right here on the front of the survival kit, actually. Would work. But yeah, I suppose that I will go ahead and call this here and bring it back next time. We'll be able to take off in this very small, large grid ship. It does have most of the things I need, though. I do need still, like, an ore detector up on the front here, a antenna over the top of that, and that'll still leave me room for a drill pack on the front if I decide to. But yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see what I'm getting up to, there's always that subscribe button. Till next time, have a good one.